It was quite obvious for some of the kids it was much easier getting the shot than it was for others, but parents agree it's much easier to have a couple of minutes of pain than several days of illness. The area just off of Falls Islands is known as the Falls, and the current there is very strong, as well as with the rest of the bay. And with that current being so strong, the debris field could be very wide. Although many parents, teachers, and students were hesitant to talk with us about this issue, according to a national survey conducted just last year, 20% of teens have sent sex, nude or semi-nude photos that they have sent via cell phone. 48% of teens say they have received such a message, and 44% of teens say it is common to forward those messages on. So how does Twitter work? Well, you have to first sign up and give yourself a screen name. Mine is Karamat. Then you can find out who of your friends are already on here and start following them. Then you can check out their friends and their friends' friends and on and on. There's also news sites like Today Show, WLBZ, WCSH, and celebrities like Jimmy Fallon and MC Hammer have signed on. And there are bloggers, people like Mark Eastman, who's a stay-at-home dad who writes movie and television reviews from his kitchen in Bangor. This mill has seen its ups and downs in the past couple of months. One of the machines went down for the entire month of February, starting back up on March 2nd. Then, 4 weeks later, this announcement came, this time for the entire mill. Mill officials say that the machines will start back up on May 4th, but it's dependent on orders. And people in town say, what if the orders don't come? One of the biggest concerns that they have if a buoy is cut is they lose 3 weeks of data. And in that time, if red tide shows up on shore, they have to close the rest of the bay as well. Paige isn't the only one surprised to hear that Denbo wasn't on the sex offender registry. The man who rented Denbo his building says he heard a rumor that Denbo had been convicted of a crime back in 1982, but when he went to the registry and didn't find his name, he thought that it was just a rumor. 85% of the paper that leaves the mill leaves by rail. The remaining 15% leaves by truck. Steve Stanley of S&S Trucking in Lincoln says while he can't quantify how much business he's lost since the machine went down, he says in the last 5 years he's lost 50% of his business. He, along with everybody else in this situation, says while they try to stay optimistic, what worries them is they don't know when this is going to turn around. In order to be eligible for the re-entry center, the women must have completed at least 4 months of their sentence and have a year or less remaining. They must also have completed any drug or substance abuse programs that are necessary, and they must be classified as low-risk offenders.